Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to create the Billow bracelet without using the transfer method. I was just a little worried that if that video was too confusing or if anyone just wanted to make it without using the transfer, it would have been hard to figure out based off of that tutorial. So I wanted to at least have this option up as well. So that's what we're doing today. So for a full length bracelet, you'll need 247 bands. The breakdown is 76 of the green, 70 of the purple, and 101 of the black. You'll need one C-clip and your hook. To make this bracelet without needing a transfer, you will need to have 5 wide and 3 sets of them. So you'll have your 5 here, you'll connect another 5 where the long blue bases are, and then another 5 in front of that. I know that's a lot of looms to have, so if you still wanted to make this bracelet, but not quite as long, you can still make it with 2 sets of 5, but you'll need extension bands to get it to fit your wrist. And then like I mentioned earlier, I have the version where you can do the full-length bracelet using the transfer method, if that's not confusing for you. So the first thing we're going to do, well, first let me show you the loom setup. You want to have the middle 3 staggered, and then the outer bars aligned. So make sure your loom looks like that. And then we are going to choose our colors. So I'm going to alternate between 2 colors like I did here. I'm going to use purple and I'm going to use blue instead of green. So I'm going to grab my purple first. And we are going to lay one here for when we close it later. We will go diagonal out to the left and the right. We'll go out to the right again and out to the left. We are going to put that color to the side. We will be going back to it in a minute, but now we're going to grab our second color. We're going to come up to the next open spaces. We're going to lay a horizontal band. Then we will lay the same color going straight and another horizontal band. So it kind of makes like a backward C. And then everything we do on the right, we have to do on the left. So we will lay a horizontal, straight, and horizontal on that side as well. So go back to your first color if you're using more than one, and we'll come down to the next open space and we'll do the same thing. Horizontal, straight, horizontal. Repeat on the left side. And then we'll go back to blue. And this is what we are going to do for now going down the loom. Just alternating between these 2 colors and laying these little shapes on the sides. We are going to lay a total of 14 sets if you want to have a 7.5 to 7 3/4 inch bracelet. It depends on the band. So this first row here is not going to count. If you're counting your sets, it will be starting right here. So this will be 1, 2 sets, 3 sets, and so on until we have a total of 14 of them. So let's go ahead and get 14 of these sets laid, and then I will come back and show you what we are going to do next. So after you have 14 sets laid, it will look just like this all the way up the loom. So take a second and push all of those down, and then we'll come back to the beginning of the loom and start laying our next set of bands. So we are going to be using the same colors and filling in the middles now. So whatever color you started with right here is what you're going to grab right now. And we are going to lay 1 going straight. And then we're going to grab our second color. And from here on out, we are going to be laying 4 per color. So we will start with going straight. Then we will go from the left diagonal into the center, from the right diagonal into the center, and straight. We'll go back to the first color, and we will lay 1 going straight, number 2, diagonal from the left, number 3, diagonal from the right, and straight. We will go back to my blue, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's what I keep saying in my head as I lay it. I literally count it out every time I lay it in my head, just so I know I'm not forgetting anything. So that might be a little helpful tip. But we are going to just keep alternating this down the loom. Okay, so I did jump ahead and finish laying mine. We didn't do anything different. We just kept doing the same thing. And when you get down to the end, it will end with a straight one just like that. So now go through and push them down if you didn't already, and I'll show you the next set of bands we're going to lay. So now you're going to choose the color you want to use where my black is. I'm going to be using red for that. And we're going to be laying a single chain on the second and fourth row. And then we'll go back in and do a little filling in with some diagonal bands. But to start on the second row, we're just going to lay a single chain like so, going all the way down. And you will lay this until you reach your last horizontal band on this row. So that's what it will look like, where, see, the last horizontal band is right there. That's where your last red one will end. And then you will bring it diagonally in to meet the center, like that. So go back to the beginning and we'll do the same exact thing. We'll do the same exact thing on this row. So once your left side is laid, don't forget to lay that diagonal band going into the center, like so. And now we're going to push them down once again and come back to the beginning. So the last thing we're going to do is be laying some diagonal bands, just like these blue and purple bands. We're going to do that exact same thing, but we're going to lay them on all of the rows that don't have any. So we'll start on the very first one. And we will go diagonal from the left and diagonal from the right. Skip the next one, come up to the next pin. You can see there's nothing laying there, so we'll lay our next diagonals. Skip the next one, come up to the next. And that is what we are going to do. Lay diagonals on each one of these. So this is what it's looking like. So go ahead and get the rest of your diagonal bands laid, and I'll meet you back here when I am finished. So after you have all of those laid, we need to add a cap band on the tops of each of the red ones. We're not going to lay it on the rows that are not red, only the ones we just laid. It is going to be wrapped around 2 times, so a normal cap band. You can use your fingers, your hook, whatever's easiest for you. Just make sure they're all capped. Once you get a cap band on all of them, also make sure you put one on the very last one at the end of the loom. And then we will be ready for looping. So I'm going to get all my cap bands done, and I'll meet you guys back here when I am done. Alrighty, so this is what your loom should look like after everything is ready to go. So the first thing we're going to do for looping is we're going to go into each one of these red cap bands and loop the diagonals out. So we'll start on the very first one down here. We'll just go into that cap band, grab the top band and bring it back to itself, and do the same for the second one. Come up to your next cap band, do the same thing. And loop it out. So go ahead and continue getting all of your red V's looped out. Okay, so all of mine are looped out. Hit the pause button if you're still looping, which you will be. But we are going to go ahead and move on to looping up the red single chains. So we're going to start on this right one right here. We're going to grab the top red band and loop it up. Then we'll go into that pin, loop that straight. And every time we reach the V's that we looped out, we have to grab the entire band that we looped out earlier and pull it over the pin. There's 2 bands there. Make sure you got both of them. Just like that. After you flip that over, you'll go back in and you will continue looping up the straight red ones. We're at this pin again where the V is, so we'll grab that entire band and flip it over. And we will just keep alternating between looping the 2 straight ones and then flipping the cap band over. So we will do this until we reach the top of the loom. So just to show you at the top, don't forget to flip your last one over like that. And then we'll go back to the beginning and do the exact same thing to the left side. So I'll get you started here. We'll loop this left one straight, and just like the other side, we'll grab the whole band and flip. Straight, and flip. So go ahead and get yours looped out and I'll meet you back here when I'm all done. Okay, so all of my reds are all done and now we're going to start looping the middle of the pattern. So down here at the cap band, we're going to start by going into the pin with the cap band, grabbing the bottom band, there's only one on there, and looping it forward. Then we're going to go into that pin, and we're going to work on the left side first. If you laid it in the order that I did, if you laid it in the same order, the top band will be coming from the left, so you will loop it over. After you loop that over, we have to grab this entire red cap band here, and you're going to pull it over the pin and let it go. So it sits right there. We're going to go back into that same pin. There's 2 bands that you have to move out of the way. Grab the bottom horizontal purple, and you will loop that out back to itself, which is to the left. We're not doing anything with these 2 bands. We're going to do that later. And now we're going to come back to the center of the pin and do the same thing on the right side. So we'll go into this cap band, grab the top purple and bring it to the right. We're going to grab this whole red cap band and flip it over. We'll go into that same pin again. Make sure you're getting in front of both of these 2 purple bands in order to grab the bottom horizontal purple and loop it out. We're going to come back to the middle. We're going to grab that bottom purple band and loop it up. Before we move on, there is a cap band on this pin right here that we need to flip over this purple band. It can be a little bit tricky trying to grab it because there's not a space back here, but because it's a loose cap band, it's usually semi-easy to get your hook in there to grab. And then you're just going to pull it over towards yourself and let it go once it clears the pin. It's locked in there, so it's not going to do anything. If you're having a hard time grabbing it with your hook, you can use your fingers and pull it over that way as well. Once you do that, we're going to go into that same pin. We're going to push back the cap band we just flipped over. Make sure you're clear of it. See how I can see my blue? Grab that bottom blue band, loop it forward. We'll go into that pin, loop the diagonal blue left, We're going to grab this entire red cap band and flip it over. And then we will loop this horizontal blue to the left. We will repeat that on the right side. So loop your diagonal out. Flip the red cap band. And loop this horizontal out to the right. To finish that section off, we'll go back to the middle and loop the last blue forward. And then we will flip that cap band. So just reach behind and try to grab like a chunk of the cap band and pull it over. Once you flip it over, we're ready to start the next section, and we will start looping the purple. So push back the cap band you just flipped over, loop up your purple, and then we will loop our diagonal purple left. We will flip the cap band and loop the horizontal band out, and repeat on the right. Come back to the middle and loop up your purple and flip the cap band over. So for now, this is what we're just going to keep doing up the loom. So you can keep following along for now. I will eventually go off of camera. My main reason for doing this video is I just felt like it was very hard. Even if you just wanted to make like a small piece of this bracelet, it was very hard to figure out how to start it. From watching the video with the transfer, because the start is different when you do the transfer method. So I at least wanted to hop over here really quick and show you guys how to do that. And then you can make whatever size you want. I am going to be getting surgery on Tuesday, and my son starts school, so I don't know how long I'm going to be like out of commission or how busy I'm going to be, so I'm hoping it doesn't affect my filming schedule. If for some reason I'm not going to be able to upload next week, I will definitely make sure to let you guys know. I haven't missed 1 week since I've been back though, so I really don't want to miss. I'm like taking pride in the fact that I haven't gone a week without releasing since I came back. So go ahead and keep doing the same exact looping we've been doing that whole time, and then when we are done that part, I will come back and show you what we're going to do next. So I just wanted to show you what the top of mine looks like now that I'm done looping. Don't forget to loop the last straight one forward. You don't want that falling apart later. And we don't do anything with any of the sides up here. We will do that in a little bit. So this is what it's looking like. We're going to come back to the beginning. So now we are going to start looping the sides, which is what I'm going to call the border. And I just want to show you guys on the sides here, you see where this space is right here? The way that we're going to connect this pin and this pin together is we already looped this purple band technically right here, the horizontal one. We're going to be looping the bottom of that same band. It's this band right here. We're going to be looping that band to that pin. So we're basically looping that band twice because it's already looped out, but we're going to be grabbing the bottom of it in order to connect it to that pin up there. I'm only explaining that not to confuse anyone, but just in case anyone's wondering how that's going to work. But anyway, let's continue. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, don't let that confuse you. We're going to start on the right here. We're going to grab this purple band, the horizontal band, and bring it to the right. We will go into that pin, push the top two out of the way, grab the bottom, just loop it up. And now in this pin, facing you, there's technically only one band you have to move. But if you're looking from the side, you're going to be grabbing the fourth band down. So whatever the very bottom band is that's sitting on that pin is the one you're going to be grabbing right now. So grab the very bottom, shimmy it off the pin. It might be a little tighter than normal, and then bring it up to the pin above. We're going to start that again. So we'll start right here where the blue horizontal is, and we will bring it in, or I guess it would rather, we'd be looping it out because it's going outwards. And then we'll go into that pin, grab the bottom blue and loop it up. In this pin, we will push back the top band, grab the very bottom band that's on that pin, and loop it up. And that's what we're going to do all the way up. So we are going to keep alternating doing that. So we'll bring the purple out, grab the bottom band on this pin and loop it up. And then we'll grab the bottom band on that pin and bring it up. Bring it out, grab the bottom band and loop it up. Grab the bottom band on this pin and bring that up. So go ahead and keep looping up the border just like we're doing here. So once you get to the top, the very last one that you looped is going to automatically connect this to the very top. And this is where we will close it off right here on the right side. So we will bring that top purple in and then go into that pin and bring the bottom purple into the center. And that completes the entire right side. And we're going to do the exact same thing on the left side. So just like we did on the right side, we'll go into this left pin here, grab the bottom purple and bring it in. Move the top two bands out of the way, grab the bottom purple and loop it up. And then we're going to grab that very bottom band and bring that up. It's the fourth band down, like so. Just like we did on the other side. Bring it out, up, and up. So I'm going to go ahead and get this done really quickly off of camera, and then I will show you how to close up the left side and show you my finished bracelet. So I just want to show you when we get to the top, don't forget to bring your purple in and then go into that pin, grab the very bottom band, and you'll bring that into the center as well. And this is where we're going to grab our C-clip, and we will grab both ends of that loose band that we laid down in there. Bring both ends together and C-clip it. And now we can pull it off of the loom. Alrighty, so give your bracelet a nice good stretch. If you have any bands that are twisted from these side bands, I just grab it with my finger and I roll it. You can also pull it left to right just to help things not be so bunched up in the middle. And then we are going to locate our cap band and our C-clip and connect them together. Like so. And there you have my completed Billow bracelet. So I certainly hope this version of the tutorial was helpful for you guys. If it was, please let me know down below. I know I feel better about getting it out to you. I don't like releasing a video if I feel like it's not absolutely clear. And I didn't feel like that one was clear. I just felt like there was so much going on, and I just didn't like that feeling. So now I feel better. Everyone can make it if you want to make it. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching another video, and I'll see you all really soon at my next tutorial. Thanks, guys. Bye.